Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mari and I love my bullet journal. Today I will be sharing with you my minimalistic bullet journal setup for 2019. In this year I accidentally ordered an A6 book online instead of an A5, which is, well, smaller. And when I saw it, I actually thought it was perfect because it fits everywhere. The only challenge was how to set it up because it was so tiny. Other thing I like about it is that because it is so small, I really have to think what I want to put on it, so it's sort of like minimalistic in that way. I'm only putting down the things that I know I'm gonna be using, so in that sense I call it a minimalistic bullet journal. It is also project based and I'm gonna be sharing and explaining how I do this, how I set my projects into this bullet journal. So I started with a classic index. I divided each page, but I think now it wasn't really necessary. But since this one is so small and only has about 80 pages, I think this was a little bit too much. I don't think I'm gonna be using all of the pages. The one thing I like is I put down topics, so I have one for general collections and monthly, and under monthly I have each month and what I have set for each month. Then I wrote down my future log. I wanted to make it as specific as possible, so I'd have a view of each month, and I highlighted on blue all the legal holidays. I need to know that for my job. Then I have a little cake where I write down birthdays, the triangle stands for events, and the square for plans I have for my projects. One of my goals this year is to read more, so I created this very minimal book log spread. I wrote the name, I want to write the day where I will be starting this book, the day I finish it, and a 5-star rate so I know which ones I like and which one I will recommend. Let's see how many of these I read this year. Then I wrote down my language learning goals. I do this in every bullet journal. This time I separated them in 3 periods of time throughout the year to see in which ones I will be focusing on. This is not definitive, so it might change, but in general, this is how it looks like right now. I also added a page to track my bills and everything I need to pay throughout the year and each month with simple dots. I will be adding more stuff to this, more stuff I need to pay, but for now this is it. Then I have the income tracker for the whole year. One of my goals is to increase my income, so this is not only practical but motivating, and I can see when I need to push a little bit further and work a little bit more to get where I want to be. In the next page I have my ideal morning routine and night routine. It is more of like what I want to achieve by the end of the year, and actually see how realistic is this for me. Right now it looks great, but I don't know. And then on the other page I have 2 routines. Routine A is for when I work in the mornings and routine B is for when I work in the afternoon. Again, just ideal routines, not, no, it's not a rule, it's more like a suggestion of how my day should look like to be more productive. Then I also have a cleaning plan, also related to my goals, one of my goals of being more organized and having a cleaner and overall better looking space. So I have what I should be doing to maintain, daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, and so on. Now let's dive straight into January and how I plan the first month of this year. I put a tiny calendar. It's very, very small. But what I want to write here is, for example, when I get my nails done because I work in a beauty salon. Also when I clean my makeup brushes. I also have one side for things I want to do this month, actually sort of like reminders of things that are going to happen this month and things that are going to happen next month. On the next page I have a sleep log. I love a sleep log. It's one of the pages I use the most in all of my bullet journals. I did a workout log that I will be writing down what I did and when I did it, so I have it by week so I know how often, I'm exercising during the week and how many hours weekly I am dedicating to this, which is something important, again, related to my goals for this year. It's a real different part. I don't do weekly or daily spreads. I used to, but I found out my weeks sometimes change so much that I couldn't keep track of them. in the same way. I do many things during a day, so I decided to, just change the way I do it and adapt it to myself. Like, that's the main goal of the bullet journal. So each month what I do is that I create a spread for each one of my projects. If you want a specific video about how I do this, let me know in the comments down below by writing down the words project, please. I also added at the end a basic habit tracker. The words in blue are things that I cannot forget, things that I'm working on, habits that I'm creating actively. Last but not least, I have a basic language tracker, which language, activity, and date, to see what areas I am working more on, which languages I am taking more into consideration, and just in general to know how my language learning is going. An extra tip. Before I set up my bujo, and I recommend this to everyone setting a bujo, especially if you're just a beginner, I like to make a list on a post-it or a piece of paper of everything that I want to add in my bujo. This way I am only adding the things that I need, and I know exactly what I will do with my bujo. This is all for my mini bullet journal. I hope you like it. I will leave link to every material I use down below, and subscribe for more updates, and follow me on Instagram for more bullet journal and language related stuff at @MariPolyglot. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks to my patrons for making this video possible. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.